This is end of Chapter 8, Problem 8.07 from the CFA Institute textbook, Corporate Finance, A Practical Approach. And this particular problem comes right out of the textbook. If you look on page 341, 342, it's just an application of the example they give there. There are other methods of calculating the interest, but we're going to go with what the textbook says. All right. What I'm saying is there's variations on everything in the real world. All right, so we want to find out what the cost is. Essentially, the cost of the loan is interest and any fees is the cost, and we divide that by the loan amount. Now, when it comes to some of these loans, they're on a discount basis, which means that they subtract the interest from the face value, and then you get the net proceeds of the loan. So these are both discount loans and a line of credit, more or less a simple interest loan. All right, so to calculate these costs, add some space here. I'll get the monthly interest rate for each of these. All right, so the monthly interest rate, and interest rates are quoted on an annual basis. So the interest rate for the line of credit is 7.2% a year. Divide that by 12 to get the 1 month's interest rate. The banker's acceptance is 7.1% divided by 12, and the commercial paper is 6.9% divided by 12. Now notice, since both of these are discount loans, you're going to actually have a higher effective rate than the line of credit loan. In addition, the line of credit rather has a commitment fee. And the commitment fee is an extra interest rate that's 0.5%, so that's 0.5%. But that's for 1 month too. So when we start calculating the total cost of the loan, we consider both of those as in the cost when we're computing the interest or the interest equivalent. All right, no matter what any of these turn out to be, the principal on each of them is $1 million. Okay. So, the commitment fee, the banker's acceptance doesn't have one. The 7.1% is an all-inclusive rate, which means they build all these other things into the interest rate, which is why it's higher. For the commercial paper, there's a dealer's commission. All right, somebody's got to actually go out there and sell this stuff. So the dealer's commission is 0.25% divided by 12 because it's for a short, it's only for a 1 month loan. And then there's the backup line cost. And that's 1/3% or 0.33%, again divided by 12. All right, so now we can actually compute the amount of interest and fees, etc. And that's what I'm just going to call it for each of these. All right, so if I sum everything in here, and my computer is acting up, sum all the fees for each of these columns equals sum. That'll give me the monthly rate, and then that'll be the total cost. All right, now the net proceeds I will actually get the $1 million here, but I will not get the full face amount of the million because they subtract the interest from it. So for these other loans, the net proceeds will be that times 1 minus the monthly interest rate. Goodness gracious. Equals the principal, but I won't get $1 million, minus the interest rate times the principal. Man. Alright, so that's the net proceeds for that loan. That's the net proceeds for that loan. So here's my cost for the line of credit, but that's a 1 month cost. If I annualize it, multiplying it by 12, the cost comes out about 7.7%. Do it for these others. The least expensive option then is the banker's acceptance because it has the lowest interest rate.